Hello, my name is Brandon Dorn. This is my critical assignment for Kinesiology 302. My topic is genetically modified food labeling. Topic because it intrigues me. I'm hoping to show you that genetically modified food or genetically modified organisms are unsafe for consumption, and the general public is blind because big-time agriculture and grocery corporations are trying to protect their profits by lobbying against the labeling of GMO products. Couple main issues. According to FDA and other government food agencies, genetically modified organisms are safe for human and animal consumption. And issue number two, corporations are the only entities fighting against GMO products, labeling of GMO products. This is a huge concern right now. Health-wise, we need food to run our body. It's our fuel. And, up to like 25 years ago, this wasn't a huge issue because GMOs weren't flooding the market like they are today. These ingredients have been proven to be harmful and quite dangerous to our bodies. Like I said, these through various independent studies, these foods are more and more being linked to diseases that like cancer, learning disabilities, genetic deformities. They're growing. It's also they're starting to find information that's linking these GMOs to development of development allergies in humans. This starts our big picture. How many allergy medicines are out there? Tons and tons of allergy medicines, and it's like we're treating the symptoms, but not actually treating our problem. And that's a huge consistency in our culture, United States. Overseas, in the European Union, Australia, China, there's like 67 other countries in the world that are that have some sort of GMO labeling law or even banning of GMO products totally on their books. It has to really make one wonder why there's such a fight going on in the United States when the rest of the world is really starting to get behind behind labeling and understanding what's going on in their food. It seems like we're kind of behind the times in the United States on this subject. Another one of our next big issues. There's some positive effects for labeling of GMO products. Consumers will exactly know what's in the food that they're buying and actually what they're consuming and putting into their body and make appropriate decisions. The biggest thing about making these decisions is making sure that they are properly informed, and labeling will do that. I mean, everybody wants to know what what are the ingredients of the food that they're ingesting. But the corporate world looks at this labeling as they could cut into their profit margin. If people start knowing and understanding what's in their food, maybe they don't want to buy that food. Well, if they don't want to buy that food, then this corporation has made a huge investment into these products, and they see this as this labeling process will cut into those profits. Now there is good reason for this fear. There's been multiple studies done in China right now about how consumers' knowledge of GMOs actually affects the way that they perceive them, and then in turn how they make purchases. If they perceive them as a risk, then it's not really worth giving them the money for their food. Now, understanding that, it's hard for corporations to see over the bottom line. But what I mean is profits. Corporations are driven by their profits, and profits drive policy. So if they are making money, then the policy is they keep making that money, no matter what. Now, this is where our governments should be stepping in and regulating what's going on. Unfortunately, in our system right now, our political system, lobbyists dictate laws. Whoever has the most money right now pushes policy, and this is where people have to become more active. With the way lobbying is right now, people have to start really coming together and understanding that these corporations like Monsanto and Dole, all these food corporations and agriculture corporations aren't really don't really have your best interest to heart when they're creating these products. It's all bottom dollar. It's all it's all about their profits and how much money they can make and how much money they can put back and give back to their board and their shareholders. We have to do as a general public is really understand what's going on and lobbying to our senators and on our own half, and really pushing the policies that we want. And another thing is how we spend our money dictates market. So if we are buying all organic and non-GMO infused products, more companies, as we see now, more companies are coming out more and more with organic options. Yeah, it's a little more expensive right now, but with the abundance of stuff, like the more we buy, the more that we buy, the more that becomes available, means prices usually start coming down. Government was solely created to govern the people by the will of the people, but unfortunately, right now that's not the case. With lobbyists protecting corporate interests by lobbying our government representatives to create bills to protect their corporations, and that is no more present than in the food and agricultural industry. I don't blame them for trying to protect their companies and profits. Everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to make good money. When that protection though goes a little too far and you start valuing that profit over human life, is where you become ethically imbalanced. And that's kind of where the GMO argument lies right now. And are really researching what they are putting in their bodies and what kind of chemicals are being used to create this food. Those are some positive steps forward. A majority of the United States population is in favor of labeling food, and as long as that trend it continues to grow, we will see labeling of the food of genetically modified foods in the coming years. It was a pleasure taking this class. I've learned mass amounts of knowledge that was going to take me forward in my future career. And have a good day.